as non-fungible tokens. So let's understand what got me to this problem. So a year ago, when NFT started becoming really popular, I started hearing that digital artwork was being sold for millions of dollars. And then I started hearing that the people who bought those artwork, like most of them, were being scammed out of billions of dollars. So I really wanted to research about what was the problem, what is happening. And because I believe in the core concept of technology, I really wanted to be the solution to this problem. So introducing Beyond the Hype, in a place where there is lost trust, we are trying to rebuild trust between NFT artists and NFT investors. So our mission is we are trying to give investors in the NFT space their power back by increasing transparency, eliminating anonymity, in turn, reducing scams and building trust. But let's understand why am I actually trying to do this with Ian's story. So Ian is basically a culmination of all the people that I interviewed during my primary research. And Ian is a software engineer by day, but he is an art enthusiast. And when he found NFTs, he was really excited. He started he joined a big NFT community. He really liked interacting with them. He bought these 4 pieces after seeing what's popular, researching about it a little bit. And that's how he bought all of these NFTs. And he sees these NFTs as more of like an investment, which is why he's really excited. So with new technology comes new risk, and he gets a message on his NFT group that 2 of the project, which is half of the investment that he did, has been a part of a rug pull scam. And he has lost over $10,000 of his savings that he had invested into these NFT projects. So what would an investor do, like you and me? So if we invest in something, and if we go through a scam or if we lose that investment, what we would do is we would try to search online, we would try to get the money back. And that's exactly what Ian tried to do. He tried to search online, but the people that he had invested in, they had deleted all of their artwork, their social media handles. So he couldn't get any closure. So he decided to completely quit the NFT space, and he got really depressed because he had lost his hard-earned money and his savings. So let's understand, why did Ian invest in NFTs? So let's understand what are NFTs. NFTs are unique digital assets that display ownership, and they are on blockchains, for example, Ethereum blockchain or Solana blockchain. So NFTs are easily transferable. They give you access to a global market. So think about when an artist did not have access to NFTs, what would they do? They would rent an art gallery, and they would call everyone around in the local area. But NFTs have completely revolutionized that thing. And they are also a part of a public ledger, which gives you information about who is the owner and who is the seller. So this is not seen in any other technology other than NFTs, which is why people are really excited about the tech. So I talked about Ian being rug pull scam. So what is a rug pull scam? It is a type of exit scam where the development team suddenly abandons the project and sells or remove all of its liquidity. The name comes from the phrase pulling the rug out of someone, which means withdrawing support unexpectedly. And victims of rug pull scam are left with little to no resources about this nameless thieves. So what that told me was that people are investing in people without even knowing who they are investing in. So let's understand how many people are getting affected. So since NFT became popular in 2021, around 2.8 million people, 81 million people in United States are using NFTs, but only 1 in 10 NFT users have never been scammed. Now that's a lot of people who have been scammed. So according to Chain Analysis, at least $2.8 billion were lost to rug pull scam in 2021. Again, what these numbers tell us is that people are really vulnerable, the investors are vulnerable, and the scammers are taking advantage of this decentralized space. So which led me to the problem that I'm trying to solve is how might we rebuild trust between NFT artists and NFT investors? So what are the users saying? I interviewed 16 participants, out of which 13 participants were scammed. These participants were a combination of artists, investors, and then artists who turned into investors. So some of the things that they said were, I felt FOMO because of the hype that was created around the launch of the project. I bought the NFT without any research about the community. So people are falling for the hype. There is lack of rules and regulations and complete acceptance of anonymity, which is why scams are so prevalent in the NFT space. Another one was, I got depressed and quit the NFT space for some time after the scam, which is exactly what Ian did. And this one is interesting. So if I interviewed a person who was a part of a big scam, Fame Lady Squad, which was a $1.5 million woman empowered NFT project, which was actually run by 3 Russian men. So I also interviewed some artists, and what they said was like, I spent months trying to learn about NFTs and then got busy with work. She tried to keep tabs of all the applications that she was using to promote her work, and it became a little hard. I'll explain that in this slide. So if you're an NFT artist, if you want to be successful, what you have to do is you have to use OpenSea to promote and sell artwork. You have to use Instagram, Discord, and Twitter, and be extremely active while managing a full-time job. And you have to interact with people, you have to create hype, you have to promote your artwork continuously. So this person said that platform management cannot be done by one person. I need to hire a group of people to manage my work, which I cannot afford. So what I learned from these users is that there is anonymity, there is lack of rules and regulations in the NFT space. Investors have blind trust, artists have difficulty managing multiple platforms, and investors are paying large amount of money and falling for the hype. So the solution to my problem, challenging the main rule of the Web3 world, anonymity. So by lack of rules and regulations and anonymity that leads to scams, I really wanted to challenge the main rule of the Web3 world. So building trust in the digital world, I thought video interaction is a great way. So in the real world, if you are trying to build trust with someone, what you do is you interact with them, you try to build a relationship, and that is exactly what we are trying to do in the digital world through video interaction. An example is TikTok and YouTube, where you see people building trust digitally and building a relationship with their followers. And then I wanted to build a one-stop shop where the artists can promote, sell, and interact with investors and also learn about NFTs. So these are some terms in the Web3 space, like ZKP, which is zero knowledge proof, or KYC, which is know your customer. So our platform will be giving platform verification for the artist through these technologies. And I'll also be offering gamified learning because I said, like, I think all of the people, and even I experienced this steep learning curve while entering the NFT and space, which is really technical. So who am I designing for? Introducing Daisy the digital artist. She's a small and new NFT artist, and Ian the investor, who really wants to know who he is investing in. So how will my platform Beyond the Hype help an artist? We will empower new and small artists to manage their artwork, create a genuine following, showcase their personality, and promote their artwork to generate sales. And Ian, who is an investor, how will our platform help him is exploring artists and artwork according to his likes and dislikes, developing a relationship with the artist, and avoid getting scammed. So I really wanted to test out the concept of this whole idea. So what I did was to test desirability. I made a fake front door website. I wanted to see, do artists and investors want to use a transparent video interaction platform in the Web3 space? So what I did was I made this website, I made this advertisement, and I really wanted to reach an audience organically. So instead of making an ad for the first 2 weeks, I did organic reach, but that did not work out. So I had to pivot. I started promoting these. And in the last 1 week, what I got was 1,000 impressions from Facebook and Instagram. I got 7 inquiries about the platform, but I got 0 skin in the game. So going forward, if I decide to launch this platform, I'll be reiterating on my strategy of changing my marketing strategy. I will give it some time. I will study the right methodology to connect with the right target audience. Another thing I did was, Mechanical Turk to test the usability and feasibility. So I wanted to test, does my core concept of video interaction work? Are participants able to generate attraction to their page through interactive videos? And do they ultimately lead to a following, which is traction, or at least a sale? So I recruited these 4 participants, which is a small number, but a significant number for a period of 21 days. 2 of them I recruited in India and 2 of them I recruited in United States. And so I was handling their accounts. I did this on TikTok because it's a video interaction platform. So the insights that I got was showing process and face and interactive videos would consistently get 400 to 500 views. After sending them video analytics, they would get really excited and they would interact with me more, or they would send me more videos. And at the end of 21 days, both artists got two inquiries about their artwork. They were not able to create a sale, but they got inquiries. And I would say they had 100% user attention because they were sending me videos, they were responding to whatever I needed them to do. And another insight that I got from the other 2 people was that final products had 70 views. That says that people want to see the process and the personality of the artist more than the final product. And then good quality videos perform much better than other videos. And only 2 out of 4 artists were comfortable showing their face in the space. So again, that was an interesting insight that I found out. And these two participants, they were sending me videos occasionally. So I would say that user retention was 50%. So after the whole experiment, I sent them a feedback form. And 2 of the main questions I asked them were, would you continue using the interaction platform to promote your artwork? And will you join the waitlist? So everyone said yes, they will keep using the video interaction to promote their artwork. And they believed in the concept and they would like to join the waitlist. So what that tells me is that if they use this method to promote their artwork, they would definitely see the results and keep using the platform. So he's one of the participants. He was really skeptical before taking part in this experiment and making videos and showing his face. So what he said that, I think the experiment was successful for me because it proved a great point that making videos about my artwork helped me a lot in showing my face. Explaining the inspiration for my work was excited and generated curiosity in the audience, and audience got to know him at a deeper level. So I would like to talk a little bit about my business development. I will have a freemium business plan, and it will be a B2C business model. So this inspiration I got from platforms like Spotify, Slack, where you will have access to all the basic features. That's really small. But you will have access to all the basic features, but you won't have access to, for example, you'll be able to conduct live videos for 30 minutes. But in this plan, you will get unlimited time to conduct live videos. And then analytics, I thought, is a very important part of promoting your art. So I thought I will put that in this place, in the high bonus space. And then gas fees is a kind of transaction fees. So I kept that 1.5% compared to other platforms, which is 2%. And then because artists know other artists, I thought that you can send an invitation. That's how I'll get more artists to my platform. So the market share is around 2.8 million NFT users. And by 2027, we have projected revenue of $11 million with everything combined that I showed you guys. So why is it such a big jump from 4.2 million to 11 million? Because I thought I'd at least get 30,000 users, or 30,000 total users of NFT creators and collectors, and things are going more digital. People want to be a part of the decentralized space, and that's why this projected revenue jump. So why do we need Beyond the Hype now? So if you knew about the FTX collapse that happened recently, it was basically a platform. It was supposed to be a decentralized platform. However, a lot of things were happening behind the scenes and transparency wasn't provided. And then there is continuous innovation in the Web3 space. Like a year ago, it was so different. I have seen so many different and new technologies that I had to include in my platform. And then mysterious death of the 3 biggest crypto billionaires that happened really recently, exactly after the FTX collapse. So it is obviously it's I don't know, but
it says what it says.
Yeah. So what that tells me is that people, like, centralized space is more scared of the decentralized space. And even with all this transparency, what I want to mention is that there is still a risk of spam even after KYC, and there could be data security issues as well. So in competition, we have 3 platforms: OpenSea, Rarible, and Foundation, but we are providing video interaction, platform verification, promoting your art, selling your artwork, transparency, gas fees. Like ours is 1.5 compared to 2%. We are also giving royalties on resales, which will be 12% compared to 10%. And then one-time upload fee I have, which is $50 compared to $90 and $200. So that's why I thought it was fair for me to have a subscription model, but obviously I'll be testing out the subscription model if it really works in the DeFi space, because it hasn't been done before. So like our front-end design, we also have security at the back-end design. To just give you guys a little bit of overview, I have a customer-focused decentralized website. It is going to be a private network, and my network or my protocol will not talk to other protocols. NFTs are said to be really, they're not said to be energy efficient. So I want my system to be energy efficient, but I really have to look into how to do that. And I'll be using Netkey for KYC, and it's a platform. And for organizing data on blockchain, I'll be using the Graph, and it will be on Amazon S3, and my APIs will have smart contracts. So my objectives and success metrics. So hopefully I'll see 90% reductions of scams on our platform. And my long-term goal is at least 40% of users will upload videos and create a following. So for example, I will never delete my Instagram or my Snapchat because I have so much data on those platforms. So that was the same logic that I used over here. So let's see my product demo. I have 2 demos, and let's see how an artist interacts with the platform and how an investor interacts with the platform. But before that, let's talk about my branding. So I have this whole bee theme going on. I really wanted to explain it. So I took the blockchain abstract representation, which is a hexagon, and I wanted to show the camaraderie between artists and investors through the bee form, to show a spirit of friendship and community between 2 people of 2 different groups. Beyond the hype is basically, it encourages investors to look beyond the hype before investing. And the logo represents the mission of rebuilding trust between NFT investors and artists. Okay, so let's get to my prototype. How do I? Okay, so Daisy, the digital artist, she is new to the space, and she discovers that there are a lot of investors on the space. So she decides to check it out. So she sees that there is something called, like we believe change starts with transparency. So she decides to sign up. So in a Web3 place, all you have to do is connect your MetaMask wallet. You do not need to connect your Google. You do not need to connect anything else. You just need to connect your wallet to enter. So she connects her MetaMask wallet. You get this plugin, and all you have to do is enter your password, and you are in. So now I have a few steps. So she'll have to select her role. There are 3 roles. I'm an artist, I'm an investor, or I'm a newbie. So she decides to go with I'm an artist. So there are rules and regulations of the platform. We tell upfront about our zero knowledge proof policy, our Netkey policy, which is the KYC. And she has to enter her full name, her email address, and her number, and her profile picture. Now, this all is not done in the Web3 space. So she will have to verify her email and her mobile number. She'll have to generate a soulbound token. So soulbound token is a non-transferable token that if you generate, so when she generates it, it is generated by the platform. It represents a user's identity, and she cannot transfer it. In case she gets locked out of her account, she has to use this to basically enter back to the account. So she's all set. Now let's see where she goes. So she is directly redirected to the verification page, because that is a main thing that we have shown. So she sees that she has already, without doing anything, she has collected 5% of honey, and she's a newbie. She has to evolve to a queen bee, And now this is just a fun play of words to make her complete the task. And she has to upload profile. So she reads all the tasks, like she has to upload profile photos. She has done one of it. She has to upload 20 videos, conduct 20 live videos, and sell 4 collections. She also sees that there is a big information about artist verification and how important that is. So she checks it all out. Now let's help her create a new NFT. Let's help her upload her artwork. So she goes to create, this is normal where she can upload her image, fill in all the details. So she does that and she can add more information and she hits create. So she's directly taken from create new NFT tabs to manage content tab. She gets a small modal. So this was part of my usability testing that I did with 3 people where I was not giving a message earlier. So I decided to create this model. So you can see that it is added over here. Now the logic was that she should be able to manage all the things that she uploads in one place. So you can see that we have a place where she can upload videos and manage her artwork, as well as edit and delete her content. So now she has uploaded an artwork. So she sees that her check analytics is disabled. So she goes to the pricing and she sees that she is still on the newbie plan, and to update, she needs to update her plan. Okay, so she will do that later. So now she has uploaded her artwork. What she needs to do is promote her artwork. So we have call to actions of create and start live, because those 2 are the main things that we want to encourage. So she clicks on start live. And this was again a part of my Mechanical Turk experiment learning. Giving new artists a boost is extremely important. So I've created these small models which talk about how to get started, show your process and your thought process, build a relationship with your investors, and you've got this, we are here to help you. So let's start live. So as soon as she starts live, you see that she is sharing her artwork. She is talking over here, and she can see that her bids are slowly increasing because she's promoting her artwork. And these are live statistics. So she's really happy, and she sees that promoting her artwork through live video interaction increases trust in the NFT space. So one person asked her, what are gas fees? So she's fairly new to the NFT space, so she doesn't know what it is. So she goes to our another feature, Be a Nerd, and she gets her NFT basics clear. So we have different tabs, and these will evolve as she goes further. So we have NFT basics, how do NFTs work, blockchain basics, gas fees. So she can learn here and go back to basically one-stop shop for her. Okay, so now she has created her account. She has promoted her video. Now she just wants to check how it will look for the investor. So you can see her name, you can see her verification tag and how evident it is, and how soon she needs to change her newbie tag to the queen bee tag. And she sees that she can see her collection, her videos, get to know me, and also her uploaded content. And also she has some followers. So if she gets the queen bee tag, this is how it will look like. So this is, I wanted to show this. Okay, now let's log out of Daisy's account and let's see how an investor interacts with the wireframe. So they come to the same page where this is marketed more towards investors. So it says, look beyond the hype to connect with talented NFT artists, and we believe in transparency. So Ian has come to this place. He really, since he has been Rakpal scam, he wants to know what is transparency in Web3 space. He decides to sign up. He already has a MetaMask wallet. So he just connects, puts in his password. He sees that there are 3 roles, but he chooses the I'm an investor role. So this was a part of my usability testing where I was not giving information about artist verification to the investor. So I decided to add this in the onboarding where, look out for investors. Oh my God, I don't have time. And then it tells about connecting the MetaMask wallet. So it says you're all set. So you see that he can explore art and explore artists. He can also filter. He has an add to card button. So he sees that he can filter, but he wants to explore artists. So he sees how evident is a queen bee tag to the newbie tag. So he goes back and he's into space NFTs. So he decides to check out this work. So this is usually, you can see who has created the NFT, but you cannot usually see the real person who has created an NFT. So we make that possible by giving all the information about Daisy, a little bit bio, her wallet, so her identity in the NFT space, which is represented by a public key. So he decides to check some video uploads and he sees that why have I decided to make this collection? So after watching this videos, he is sure he at least knows the person 50% because he has seen the person, he has seen the process that she is the one who has made these videos. So he goes back and he decides to add to cart. So he has added it to cart. Now he really wants to, he hasn't still decided to invest. So he he goes to Welcome to Beehives and he decides to check other artists as well. But he sees that she is online. So these are different beehives. These are different beehives where you can check out these artists, check out their live promotions, and you can see that she is online. So he decides to join. So we have the same interface for the investor as well, but you see that she has a verification tag and she can Ian can follow her. So he decides to, and you can see the topic here as well. So he decides to check her profile out and he goes through her collection, her videos, he gets to know her. He also goes through her managed videos. So this was how an investor will interact with the platform. So another few things that I wanted to include was web accessibility. So I added automatic closed caption for video uploads, responsive website design, and there will be a use of verbal content. So what have I learned from this whole project? So getting out of my comfort zone, I think doing this project was really hard, especially to get the interviews. I had to reiterate my strategy when I got the interviews, like messaging these people through Zoom was not working. And I was the last person to finish my interviews. So I would call them on Twitter Spaces and I conducted these interviews on Twitter Spaces. But so getting out of my comfort zone, and as I said, design is not a linear process. I had to reiterate. I even had to reiterate during my validation where I couldn't validate the fake front door. So I reiterated my strategy. And I also want to encourage more women in crypto and Web3 space. So while interviewing, I think I interviewed 2 women, which I really, I didn't get them easily. So I want to encourage more women in the crypto and the Web3 space and start this conversation to be a part of this revolution. So he's my mentor. He's Jeremy Guzman. He has worked in 6 blockchain companies and he has 8 years of experience. So he really liked the project and the concept. He is an investor himself. So he gave me ideas about zero knowledge proof or know your customer and how to inculcate that in my design. So he also encouraged me to apply to Web3 grants. So I have applied to a few grants. Let's see how that works out. And this is me. We are the best because I have been studying this space for the last year. I create products that are empathetic, purposeful, empowering, and they solve design problems that matter to me, as well as the person that I'm designing for. For example, I did not just want to create another NFT platform. I wanted to make sure that the artists and the investors exactly know what they're getting themselves into. I hopefully will have a master's in user experience and interaction design. And I have a bachelor's in architecture. And I have 2 years of industry experience as product and UX designer. Thank you.
You were right on time. You had about 10 seconds left, so you did great.
Oh,
We have
I know, I had
time
a
for
timer.
questions. Nice. Questions, comments.
No, so I think it's phenomenal. Thank you for doing a project like this. The presentation was great. I think I agree we need more than Web3, in particular on the NFT side. I think one question, I have many, but I'll just take it one. The premise of having an NFT, why people started, was on the basis of anonymous. Because if I'm anonymous, my art is going to be sold at a bad price. Like Banksy, for example, if you knew who that person was, probably his art wouldn't be sold for whatever he does, right? So there's that level of importance to anonymity. And if you look at blockchain and web, they're kind of blockchain is about decentralized anonymous thing, which none of us have control over, but it's a community. I think my question is more about if you change the rules
Concept.
of the game,
Yeah.
right? That it's how does that actually affect the people who buy it? Because the board A is actually a great concept, right? Where
Yeah.
you have only so many of those, and then everyone just like went crazy to buy them, and now probably no one buys it.
Yeah.
So I think so. My question is that did you look into that? That if you change the rules of the game, how does that actually impact people in thinking that do I want to be
Part of the NFT space.
right?
So I agree with that. But one thing that I observed was anonymity is leading to more and more scams. Like there literally another scam happened a few days ago. So I thought my target audience is going to be NFT creators who are okay with showing their face, not being anonymous, because I have interacted with those people who are completely comfortable with that, even in the Web3 space. So I am targeting those people, and investors will really love this idea because they will be excited to know who they are investing in. So I'm playing on that logic that I am targeting a very certain target audience. And also I think NFTs are very empowering to digital artists. So maybe transparency and lesser scams can hopefully, like right now NFT are synonymous to scams. Like literally whoever I talk to, they're like, NFTs are scams. What are you even doing? So
So one person you haven't reached out to is Gary. You haven't seen him, you haven't heard of him. Reach out to him on Twitter. He's done a lot of work in blockchain and NFT. He might be someone who might be very interested. I'm serious. Like
Yeah.
Gary Vee has done a lot of work.
Yeah.
He said a lot of. You reach out to him. He's known to like respond if there are good ideas. He's been from Jersey here. Really, really great guy.
yeah, I know Gary Vee.
Yeah. so reach
yeah.
out to him. I mean, I'm sure he will respond.
Okay, I will. That's really encouraging. Thank you.
So when I was going through your materials, like for the presentation, I saw something regarding trust points. And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that. And the second question is, why did you decide to create like desktop view rather than a mobile view?
What was your first question?
About trust points. I saw that in your.
Oh, the
material.
trust points,
Yeah.
like for platform verification.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you see those trust points, they are like upload your personal information, sell out of at least 3 collections, which usually takes a lot of time, upload 20 live videos or conduct 20 live videos. I felt like this was enough for me to know who the artist is on my platform. And I could give them platform verification, if that makes sense. So even like when they are conducting live videos, it will be monitored. So we will know who the person is. Also selling out of 3 collections it takes like 5 to 6 months because the artist has to make the collection, promote it, and then sell it. So I thought that was the tasks were based on that logic.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And why did you decide to like a desktop
Website.
view?
So if you see other platforms and if you're going to buy something, I thought that website is the best user interface, especially when you're going to invest in something. Also, one of the main reason is that most of the NFT investors or NFT users will work on their laptop. So like I was also confused when I was designing, should it be mobile because it hasn't been really done before, or should it be desktop? But most of the users of the bigger platforms use a desktop version. So that was, I think, my
One
decision.
of the reasons also is you see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that people want to make sure that I see it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so, yeah, great presentation. NFTs are not easy to explain. I thought you did a very good job of both getting the point across, but not getting like stuck in the complexities of it, which was great. The other thing I want to say was great job of learning by doing. to your point here, you're gonna fail a lot, and you did a good job of adapt, you only had X amount of time, so you couldn't adapt too many times, but great job there. I guess my question was around this, again, this concept of trust, where I guess people have been so burned by NFTs in the past, if they weren't themselves, they know someone. I guess how, and obviously your platform, the differentiator is, hey, trust me. I guess, is there any part of this that you fear that people won't trust it just because there's been so much lack of trust built up before you even came in and tried something like this? How would you respond to that?
I think definitely people, like one of my validation strategy was in the fake front door was seeing if people are open to joining a Web3 space which has video interaction. So that was my fake front door strategy. So I think people are definitely going to be skeptical because, like you said, it's in the Web3 space. It should be based on anonymity. But I think you have to really use a product to see how it works. And I think that there is that target audience which will use the platform and which will hopefully not, have a scam.
Right.
Like so I am trying to give them the best tools for making a decision before investing. So if they, that's
Sure, you
fine.
can't solve everything, but
But
raise the floor,
they'll need
right?
to try the platform.
Two quick questions. The validation, so you said they have to go through a series of things. So when they first join the platform, they're not a validated person yet.
So they are not validated by the platform. But they have completed the first task, which
Okay.
is
So they have to
uploading
go
their
through a
name,
number of
email.
iterations
Yeah.
before they're validated.
Yes.
Okay, now the second question is, it seems like you're trying to scan proof the artist, right? You're validating the art. But the term investor means they're buying these to resell. So how are you going to handle the situation when a person who bought an art wants to resell? Because they're not validated.
Oh, interesting. So I think this is very commonly done in the NFT space where investors do, and I also interviewed them where I said they are artist investors and artists turn into investors. They buy it to sell again. So I think I'll have to do that in my future.
Okay.
But I do see your point that how will that be on the platform? Will that
Because
be
the main
through an
reason they're
external?
buying these is so that it's just like art collecting.
Yeah.
Once it's appreciated, they wants to resell it. So you're solving one problem, but the future problem still exists because now the investor can't resell because they could be a scam. Right, that problem still
Right.
exists. I just want to point that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that is a
Yeah,
great.
could you have something going on in the background where the investor never needs it, but because the artist previously has,
Mhm.
you have some sort of. I don't know.
Maybe, so there are like gaming platforms that do not allow to resell. So you can buy game, I don't know, what is it called?
Old games, yeah.
You can buy armors or like sports in the games. So they don't allow to sell it outside the platform. So maybe I can inculcate that in my platform, that if these artists upload artwork on my platform, they won't be allowed to
Not the artist,
sell
you're
their
talking
art.
about the buyer.
Right. So the investor won't be allowed to resell it anywhere else.
Whole point of it.
Yeah.
To buy and resell, but I think to your point, the easier way to say it, once you own an platform, you have a dual designation of being an artist and.
Yeah,
Then,
definitely.
or so that way, you are already validated you.
Right.
You're just getting whatever your 2B now instead of 1B, whatever. But that way because at this point, I will buy the art for the most part to not keep,
Mhm.
but.
And look at it as an investment.
Yeah, I think the simple solution is just like you're validating the artist. If they want to resell, add another level of validation. Now the buyer is validated. So a lot of the scam happens is they buy it and they sell it to 10
The
people.
phishing scam. Yeah.
So you want to prevent that.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great.
I just want to say it's really strong project. Great
Thank
job. I have one question about a specific detail, which was the MetaMask in your onboarding.
Mhm.
I wonder if that might be a hindrance for artists who aren't, because isn't your persona
Familiar.
someone who's not really like
Yeah.
crypto savvy?
So who's not really familiar to the MetaMask?
Yeah.
So what usually happens is if you click on the MetaMask, it redirects you to their page if you don't have a wallet. and they give you all the instructions to make the wallet. But I can definitely add a few, like on the onboarding, how to create the MetaMask wallet, something like that.
Yeah, or like, could you explore the platform without MetaMask?
No, you can't,
Yeah.
because they have to buy an Ethereum or the Web3 currency, and they have to sell in the Web3 currency.
gas price is critical. They have the Ethereum there, depending on how big or low the transaction. They'll take 0.0005 Ethereum from Meta. There are other wallets as well.
Yeah,
Just
so-
not
Yeah.
Meta.
So you-
They'll need something.
Yeah.
But if I'm like completely new, I can't even look at the platform without like creating a new wallet.
I feel this
You know
is
what I'm saying?
the part of being in an NFT world where you have to have a wallet. So like if you want to